Hello, 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 and welcome to Learn Toontown at 12 FPS. My name is Cydragon, and I'm gonna be playing Tessura, who's a very funky big cryptid, and uh, he's here. He's good. He's sure here. And would my lovely co-player like to introduce himself?
Hello, I am Tired Penguin. You can call me Pengu because that's my name and I exist. I'm playing a friend. A
Yes,
friend.
yes. All right. So, I think probably where this starts is Tessura probably picked up a job in the morning and went all the way around Toontown to get there from the farm because he doesn't really trust at this point going through Toontown when he's on a time crunch because he knows how long it takes to get around outside of town, but inside of town, he's gonna get lost. He just expects at this point. Like, there's a lot of people there. Sure are. So he's gone all the way around and taken the long road and got into the job and then got back and then, well, didn't get back. He got to the job, did the job, and then he decided on the way back, I guess I might as well try because it is getting a little. The sun's not down yet, but the sun's probably. It's starting in a little late afternoon, and yeah, might as well at least make an attempt at navigating at least the outskirts of Toontown again. And I think he probably ends up like going through. Probably ends up like going through like some like a bunch of like housing areas, and then eventually gets into a more abandoned sort of area. I think probably that's where this starts.
Yeah,
So
where there's the old warehouses where people store illicit goods.
totally,
What?
totally above the table dealings going on here. Yes, precisely.
Yes, everything is very clear as mud. Uh, yeah, there's a lot of old alleyways, probably some stray cats.
He's just
uh,
prowling because at this point he just doesn't really expect trouble. I think he more expects to get lost again. So he's trying his
aw,
actual best, and I'm gonna roll survival to see if he actually is lost because that'd be
aw.
really funny. It's just a flat d20. It's an 18. Well, he's heading in the
Good.
direction he's intended to be heading. He hasn't gotten turned around yet.
I am going to roll a stealth. Or a friend.
This sure has no bearing on the plot of this FPS whatsoever.
Absolutely nothing. 10.
Well, I'm gonna roll
Hey,
perception, but
Tess!
also his passive is a
Roll, yeah.
13. So
Oh,
like,
so.
I'm gonna see like I'm gonna roll to see if he like actively notices or if he just hears something. So what's his perception? I should know this.
Yeah.
That's a 9. I
9.
don't think he's actually seen what's like anything, but he heard something.
Yeah,
And so he
no.
probably stops. And kind
Yeah,
of
you have.
looks side to side ahead of him, and then probably looks side to side behind him. And I don't know where he hears this coming from. What does he hear?
You have heard a sort of clang from behind you, and when you turn, you see from the darkness of an alley, a knocked over trash can rolls towards you. Up from the darkness.
Well,
Hmm. Wonder what that's about.
well, it's not too late. He can investigate at this point. It might be a cat.
Oh, go on,
could
investigate.
could be a rat, could be a cat, could be nothing at all. He's gonna probably turn around and wander towards it curiously.
Oh, uh, I don't know what to do about this.
He probably gets close to the alleyway and then kind of pokes the
I will
trash
say
can.
uh, there is a large dumpster in the alleyway that you can see, big enough to hide behind. Don't worry about that. I don't know what to roll for this.
uh, maybe roll stealth again. See
Yeah,
how
I'll
well
roll
you can
stealth
hide.
again. Roll stealth again.
So first one was just to be like, oh
22.
snap.
You hear nothing.
No, it wasn't a D. That's just a flat 20.
Oh, crumbs, frick.
No.
Oh,
Well, whatever it is,
let's
Tess will see
try-
nothing at first. But then you might
try
stop
that
it.
again. 20.
Oh, that's still a dirty 20. Well, I don't think
Only
Tess can
perception.
see anything. Let's see. We're just perceptions
Only
and
perception
everything.
again.
Perceptions versus stealth the game. Nah,
Oh,
I don't think
goodness.
he sees
I'm
what's
going
going
to
on.
roll
But
a wisdom.
he's probably gonna set pick up the trash can with one paw and kind of shove it back upright again, and lean it set it against the wall.
I'm going to roll a wisdom. See just how they're feeling. A 13. I think. Let's just say that with that, you do hear a sort of a noise from behind the dumpster. Like there's something there. Scritching.
I think Tess is just going to kind of after he's shoved the trash can back upright, he's probably gonna prowl a bit closer and be like, "Hello? Is someone there? Or something? Hello?" He's curious now.
Charisma. Or persuasion, whichever you prefer.
Well, I think where's persuasion? Hello. They're the exact same thing. I'm just gonna roll persuasion.
Good.
It's not great, but okay.
19.
Dirty 19. I'll take it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, first of all, you see little mitteny yellow hands poke up from behind this dumpster. And then, slowly, you see a little purple face peeking out.
Tess, standing at the entrance of the alleyway, away from the dumpster, raises one hand, like, "Hello? Hi?"
They're just kind of looking at you. Definitely hiding.
Well, Tess waves at them with one paw, hand, paw. I don't know what Tess has. Claws.
You get a very nervous mitten waved back at you.
Aw.
Just a little wave.
I think Tess is gonna be like, do you need help with something? Anything? I mean, I understand why you're behind a dumpster, but you don't have to hide, I swear.
Aw. You poke up a little bit more. And tilt their head at you. Curiously.
Tess is, I should probably mention that Tess is definitely on all four legs and has his cloak, the hood pulled over his face mostly. But you can still see the glowy teeth because they're kind of really hard to miss.
Yeah.
They glow. They're not really, you can't really hide them. He kind of just, he says where he is, I think, and just tilts his head to the side curiously as well. He doesn't really know what to make of it. He doesn't really want to get any closer. If he scares them, he's just like, hi.
Roll an insight.
Insight. That's also a flat roll.
This purple friend.
That's a 19.
Nice.
Okay, the dice like you with that.
You can tell this child is... You don't know if this is child yet. This friend is very nervous, but they're not scared of you. They're actually rather intrigued by you. Very curious.
Well, that's a better reaction than Tess expected. So,
Yeah.
I feel like at first he was expecting them to be hiding because they saw strange Toon wearing a cloak, totally not suspicious at all, scared.
Yeah.
That's what he assumed. And now he's like, huh. And he kind of just, well, I think, I don't know if he does anything, but he probably just nods and is like, do you need something? Is there a reason why you're hiding?
And he signs something. their little mitten hands, and they sign you bright.
I don't know. I'm gonna roll intelligence to see if Tess can get the gist of that, because Tess does not speak sign language or sign language or anything. That's a -1.
Oh.
A 10.
A 10.
Well, he got the U part, I think. Because that's, like, probably just pointing at Tess. And then there was something else after that, and he probably didn't get that at all.
Yeah.
Because I'm not really sure how you convey bright in, like, sign language and making it, like, easily understandable to someone who doesn't sign language. But he got the U, and he's like, he guy just tilts his head to the side curiously. Like, he's like, I can't quite understand the sign language stuff very well. I can understand a little bit of it, but I don't think I got what you just signed at all.
They're gonna sign something again so that you can roll again, because I want Tess to understand.
Alright, I'll roll again. It's still a -1 Good. Because Tess intelligence. That's a 12. It's marginally better. What is it? He can maybe get it. I don't know.
They sign this time. They sign you glow.
I think if Tess had eyes, he'd blink at that, but he doesn't have eyes, so blinking whoops? Not Tess. I think he kind of just, there's a very not long moment, but there's a moment, and then he kind of nods tentatively. It's like, if I caught that, which I don't know if I caught it right, but I do glow.
They nod.
There's a very relieved, like slump, like, oh, okay, I did understand that right. Okay.
And they poke up a bit more, and you can see this tune is a bit taller than the dumpster. They're not quite coming out of the darkness yet, though. Again, they are very intrigued by you, presumably because you glow.
That's as much as Tess has got right now. Let's see. What is Tess gonna do? I think he kind of just like looks at this tune for a moment again, and he's like, well, hello. It's nice to meet you. My name's Tessura.
They smile because they know your name, and they wave again. And you see them debating. I'm not going to roll anything for this because I want them to interact. You see them debating something, and they step out from behind the dumpster. And Tess, they're 10 feet tall.
They are extremely tall. Tess usually has to look up a little bit to at least a good majority of the population when he's on all four legs. But this tune would make him have to look up standing upright, which is not something that he runs into very often. There's a very kind of, It's kind of quiet, but he's like, oh, okay, you're a very tall friend.
They take an embarrassed step. They look embarrassed.
Tess kind of chuckles a little bit. It's like, well, you don't have to worry about that. I think he's probably gonna very tentatively kind of looking at this new friend of his to kind of see what the reaction is. He's gonna very slowly stand up himself, like, so he's tall too. He is not 10 feet tall, but he is 7 feet tall.
Oh, it's still tall, and that's taller than this friend has seen before. And they look at you, and they starry eyes.
Oh,
they look delighted. They do a happy little clap.
Tess was not expecting this, and this is adorable. Oh no, he's excited about this. Like, oh, that's not the reaction he expected at all.
They look delighted to see someone tall.
Oh, baby. I held them so soft. Um,
Yes, good.
I think Tess is just like kind of. He has to look up. Tess has to look up. This doesn't happen very much. He's kind of just a little bit boggled by this, but a little bit like, oh, this is a funny feeling. And just a quiet chuckle. He goes, I'm not as tall as you, but hey, we're both tall.
They clap again. They're doing happy hands.
Oh, that's a baby right there. Oh.
And they sign. They point at you and sign name, because they sign name good.
What? My name? Well,
They nod.
Okay. I don't think anyone's ever told me that before, but I'm glad you like it.
Oh, they have sort of an aha, and they are going to. I'm going to roll hammer space. And because I can never seem to remember this, that is a D10 at first, right?
Yeah, D10 to figure the chances, and then if it's fumbles, a D20.
Okay.
It's not a 1.
It's a 7.
It.
They pull out a little crayon drawing, and it looks like a crayon drawing of themselves. And written next to it is the words Snuggy Buggy.
Tess tilts her head to the side, and then it takes him a moment because I'm gonna roll intelligence to see how long it takes him to actually like read it. Like they'll definitely be able to read it, but I'm trying to figure out how long it takes him because Tess and read it's a 15. Yeah, Tess reads it.
Nice.
He's like, oh, is that your name?
They nod delightedly.
Ah, good. Oh, that's also a very good name.
They are beaming. They're beaming.
Oh no, Tess would die for this person already. This is a friend.
This is a very happy. This is a very happy friend.
This is a friend.
And they are looking at you again, and now that they're actually close to you, they point at you, and they're kind of pointing specifically at your teeth, and they sign you glow again.
Well, yes. A lot of me glows. Yes, my teeth glow. It's like on my face. And it, yeah. I don't think Tess has taken off the hood yet, though.
Oh, yeah. They sign pretty.
I'm tempted to roll intelligence, but also we'll be here all day if he has to roll intelligence for every single time. So I'm just gonna go off like the 13. It takes him a bit to understand it, but
yeah.
There's a very embarrassed chuckle when he kind of just reaches up and rubs his head like, I don't know if, You know, that's the second time today that you've told me something that I don't think anyone said. I'm glad you think so, though. He's thinking. He's never heard anyone call his teeth pretty, which is a very odd statement out of context. But also, that's his entire face. Not that you can really see it yet because hood, but also that is Tess's entire face. It's just teeth.
Tess, my beloved. Tess is very pretty.
Tess is a pretty lizard.
I know. And just tilting their head at you again. They've stuffed their crayon drawing back in there. Behind them, I guess. I didn't think about where their hammer space is. Off screen, yeah.
Right it's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, you could, roll insight to see.
I will do that. I was thinking about doing that. I will do that. That is a
please roll insight.
It's a 0.
Tess is also a 0.
It's an 11.
Well, Tess said clearly that he doesn't think anyone's ever said that about him. So, yeah, no, they definitely got that part.
I don't think Snuggy knows what to think about that, but yeah, this is a pretty lizard. It's glowy.
He's blue and he's glowy.
Yeah.
I think.
No, you go.
Tempted to say if Snuggy would like to roll perception on Tess.
I will roll perception on Tess. That is also a 0.
I'm just curious. I'm trying to see what I can say.
What the heck was that?
It's E0.
If I edit that, will it?
No, I think you have to just do a new one.
Ah, crumbs.
Dice parser is particular. That's 19.
19!
Okay. Well, when Tess rubbed their head, I think Snuggy probably got a glimpse of their face. It's just a big old mouth. That's their entire face under the hood. They don't have any other eyes or anything. It's just a big old face. It's a big old mouth.
They tilt their head at you. And they're starry eyes again.
Tess doesn't know what caused it this time.
They're pointing at you and they're pointing at their face.
I don't...
Pointing at your face.
Tess is suddenly very confused. And I don't know if this is not something he's encountered before. He's having a moment. I think he probably just is like, what about my face?
They sign big teeth, cool teeth, good teeth.
Tess, in the back of his head, just doing the prayer hands emoji, like, what do I do?
I mean, you want to roll insight on Snuggy?
I would love to. That's a 3. No, Tess is extremely off guard. Most people, when they see Tess's face or teeth, they go, unnerving, because they're very big teeth. And that's Tess's, like, if they ever see him with the hood off, that's Tess's entire face. And so Tess is very off guard right now, and just like, okay, how do I react to this? This is not something I've dealt with before.
Oh, Tess. Well, this friend just looks delighted about everything about your face.
I'm glad you like my face. I don't think anyone's ever, okay, I'm just going to accept this and move on a little bit, because I don't know how, I don't think anyone's ever said that. Okay, I'm glad you like it, though. He kind of rubs the back of his head again, like, this is a very strange feeling, but he doesn't mind it.
They just take a seat down in front of you with crisscross legs. Take a crisscross sit.
Big noodle.
Yeah. And they're just looking at you. They look happy.
Well, Tess doesn't really want to loom over them, so I think I think they might sit down as well. Probably a little bit of a ways away, so that they're not crowding Snuggy, but they're also like, this is a friend now.
Hey,
this is
a friend. This is a good friend who you haven't figured out if they're baby yet.
No, Tess does not know that. Tess just is like, friend likes my face for some reason, which is very strange to me, but okay,
It's a good face.
It is a good face, but Tess does not comprehend this at all.
I think to try and push this plot forward, because it's already been like 30 minutes.
They're just like, at each other.
Yeah, which is exactly what we planned, but Snuggy is gonna look at you, and they think a moment and they sign you home here?
Well, I think more than 2 words takes Tess a little bit longer to let piece together. I think he shakes his head and is like, no, I just kind of wander around a lot. We've been staying mostly at a farm of, like, a friend of mine has a farm, and I've been staying with them sometimes. She's very nice. But honestly, I'm just wandering around a lot. Kind of was trying to figure out, city stuff, because there's a lot going on in this place. Maybe not right here, but cities are busy and I don't get it. He kind of just stares at it, like, the last part's just kind of, like, really fast, you know, like, I don't get it.
They nod. They nod. Heck. My brain. Oh, no.
It's all good.
Ah, frick.
But yeah, Tess does not have much experience with cities. I don't know how much of the Snuggy picks up on, but, yeah, no, Tess was clearly going somewhere.
Aw.
And now they're having a good talk. They're having a good talk.
They
Sort of.
just kind of rocking on their legs.
Oh.
Like a kid. They look very happy. They just look happy to be talking to you.
Oh.
Roll me another insight.
I will happily roll insight. 17!
Good!
I have the insight, Tess!
Hey, Tess!
Yes, what does Tess get?
This is a pecking baby.
This is a child?
This is a child.
This is an extremely tall child.
A child who is just really enjoying talking to someone.
Tess, I think they just kind of pause, like, they don't stop moving, but they kind of just pause for a second, and then they're, like, sort of like, they're glowing, like, tendril antenna things kind of flick up very slowly, but gradually, and then they're like, hey, Snuggy, this may be a bit out of the blue, but how old are you?
They think, and they start counting on their fingers, and then as they're counting, more hands counting start appearing from off screen.
Baby.
And then
I love them.
after a while, they hold up 11.
This is a child.
It sure is a child.
Tilts his head to the side, and it's like, oh, 11.
I nod.
I think I'm 21 something-ish. You know, I don't actually know for sure, but I'm somewhere around there.
Aw, they starry eyes.
Look, if Tess has to ask a question, he's gonna give an answer with dirt.
Aw.
Tess.
Snuggy signs you adult.
I think I am. I don't feel like it sometimes, but I think I am. I thought I was, and now there's a lot I don't know, but I'm sure years.
Snuggy is scooted a little closer to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think Tess probably, what does Tess do? What does Tess do? Hey, brain, cooperate. I think this is a child. Tess is trying to parse the fact that this is a child, and they're extremely tall. They have never met a child this tall. Usually children are smaller. What in the world? They're having a moment in the back of their head, but they don't want to let on about that.
Aw.
This is an extremely different child than any other child they've met. I think they kind of, what do you asked me if I live around here. Do you live around here?
They think. Roll me an insight.
Insight, my beloved that's a nat one!
Oh no! Yeah, you get nothing.
Oh no, it says,
Yeah, you get
it makes up
nothing.
for their 17. Like, all their good luck got put to the 17.
Yeah, Snuggy sure is doing a big think. And they sign after a good moment. They sign yes. And they nod very slowly.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go off that nat one. That's good. I'm glad you got somewhere to live.
Yeah.
I'm just going off that nat one, man. Tess doesn't know anything.
They
Tess
nod
is taking this at
slow-
face value.
They nod very surely, like, yes, I definitely have a place to live.
Oh, I hold them so soft. No. Nope, nothing's weird here.
Nothing's wrong. Snuggy has scooted a little closer again.
Oh, baby.
Because they like you.
Tess is just like, they're not scared of me? What?
No, they're not. They're not scared of you.
Tess is having to parse this in his head like, oh, this is a whole concept now.
Yes, they think you're pretty.
This is not something Tess has had experience with.
Oh.
But I think Tess is kind of... it's probably a quiet chuckle. And then probably... Well, Tess is already sitting down, but, like, they probably, like, shove their hood off. Like, at this point. If the kid is scared of them at this point, then who cares? He'll figure that out if it happens. He's going to probably shove his hood off, like, letting it fall back, and then glances up at the sky, which is still afternoon. It's not even evening yet. And he's like, I got time.
They're starry eyes at you. Again.
I think then he glances back at Snuggy, just kind of see if they, like, the fact that they can see his face now is anything weird. And then he sees his eyes, he's just like, what? He's kind of just like, sitting here? He's just sitting here. He kind of just chuckles. He kind of just chuckles a little bit. He's like, you know, that's not quite the reaction I expected, but I'm glad you like my face.
Aw. They smile at you.
Again, you might reach over and just pat their arm very gently.
Oh, physical touch! Physical touch!
Oh, baby.
Roll an insight.
Delightful. 13. Hey, it's above a 10.
Look ecstatic. They look so delighted.
This is not what Tess expected, but he's gonna take it because it's cute, and he's gonna die.
They do a happy little hand flap, and they reach over and pat your shoulder.
Aww.
With their very soft, mitteny hands.
There's probably a chuckle from Tess, and he's grinning. Big old teeth grinning.
Snuggy is also grinning, pointedly not opening their mouth.
They can have a very wide smile. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, hey, Sai.
Yes?
Remember when I asked you in DMs earlier if Tess carries any snacks?
Yes.
Roll me perception or investigation.
I think perception is much better. I'm gonna do that.
Good.
That's a 15. Hey, it's not terrible.
This kid does not look well taken care of.
Oh, no.
They look skinny.
I mean, I know he can tell at this point they're a noodle, but this is a very skinny noodle.
Noodle. A skinny noodle. They look like an malnourished noodle.
Oh, baby. I think that Tess probably takes a moment to realize this because he's probably distracted by they like my face.
Yeah, they do.
But it probably takes him a moment. But when he realized that, he just kind of tilts his head to the side again because no, not gonna think about that. But also, he's gonna probably reach his hammer space for something I've forgotten. Hello, I can type. That's a 3. He pulls out probably... I'm gonna say he got some bread from Carmina or something, and and I don't know what else he's got. Probably some other stuff. Maybe he's got a sandwich or something. He's gonna offer them hey, do you want? I don't know. Probably shouldn't take food from strangers, but I have a sandwich if you want it. Or bread. I don't know which you'd prefer.
Starry eyes at the sandwich.
I've been meaning to eat some, a snack at some point, but hey, now we can both eat a snack.
They do a happy little clap. And sign food good.
Tess chuckles again. Yeah.
They will happily take the sandwich.
Tess will just eat the bread.
And they do a
bread
nom.
good. Bread good.
They do a happy little nom. And... Peck. Roll me an insight, but at a very low DC.
What's his insight? That's a 6.
6. You get it anyway because it's cute! Well, first of all, as Snuggy is eating, they're pointedly covering their mouth as they take a bite. That's probably not a big deal. But,
not at all. Tess kind of understands. Looks at Tess's whole face. Some people who may be insecure about their face. It's fine. It's fine. It's not. He's not going to ask questions about it because that's not polite. He's trying to be polite.
I'm sure it's not a big deal.
I'm
sure it's not a problem. But as they are eating this sandwich, hey, Sort, what kind of sandwich do you think this is? This is important.
No, it's not a sandwich. Lau can't cook. No. Tess knows enough about making sandwiches that he would not eat that. I'm sorry.
Sort, what kind of sandwich is it?
We have nothing else.
I mean, what kind of sandwich it is, Sort?
Sorte.
Ooh, chorizo. I love chorizo. It's very good.
No, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, that was you, Sort. Peanut
butter and jelly. That's always a good sandwich.
Lovely.
Dang it, now I want one. Oh, maybe I'll make one after this.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Peanut butter and jelly, good.
Anyway, as Snuggy is eating this delicious peanut butter and jelly sandwich, they slow, and they're thinking, and I'm just gonna give you the full thing, even though you rolled a 6, because I want you to know this. This is very important. They are having somehow even more starry eyes than you have seen from them before, and they are crying.
What? No!
They have it's a good cry. They have the biggest smile on their face.
What?
And
I'm gonna cry.
Hey, Tess.
No.
Hey, Tess.
Yeah.
You get the idea. Once again, I'm giving this to you. You get the idea. This is the first time Snuggy has tasted something.
Oh, baby. Tess is just sitting here I made the child cry. No. But
It's a good cry.
It's a good cry. And he's extremely conflicted, but also, oh no. He doesn't know why. He He doesn't know about. I think he probably assumes that it's just been a while since they had food. It's just like, mental note, gonna ask Carmina if I can have more food to put in my hyperspace. I don't, like, he might, I think, do you want to roll perception? Because I don't know.
Oh, roll a perception. This is D&D and we roll things.
Because he's saying this extremely quietly. I'm curious about if you can be overheard.
That's 0.
15! Yeah! Snuggy hears Tess muttering this to himself, like, look, gotta ask Armenia if I can put more food in my hyperspace, and probably a lot more food.
They hear you, and they kind of look at you, but they are just so in love with the experience of this peanut butter and jelly sandwich that they are just...
It's very good kid food! It's very good kid food!
It's good kid food! And they take another bite, once again covering their mouth. Actually, I think this time they shove the whole sandwich in their mouth.
Yes, good. Munch.
And they're doing
a little bit.
They do a happy little hand flap again.
Aww.
They are so ecstatic. It's good food.
Well, you seem to like that. I can maybe see if I can ask my friend if I can get more sandwiches, because sandwiches are very good. I like them. They're easy to make. Starry eyes.
And I don't know if they know the word for sandwich, but they sign good.
Aw. Well, that's easy enough to pick up on.
Just good, over and over again.
Tess doesn't know how... Tess is trying to parse together the meanings of what they're saying. They don't know actual signs for anything, so they cannot help with the sandwich part. I am sorry. Sorry, Snuggy.
That's okay.
Tess can't help
That's okay.
But yeah. I think...
Snuggy just looks delighted.
Tess just... There's a quiet, like, happy chuckle from Tess. Like, he's just kind of glancing over at Snuggy, and he's just kind of, his head's tilted to his side, he's just kind of smiling. I mean, his face is kind of always smiling a little bit, because, giant mouth, it's kind of hard to tell expressions, but, he's trying.
Yeah.
He's trying.
Yeah. Snuggy gets the idea.
Yeah, and it's like, his like, the glowing, like, tendril things are, like, just very happily, like flicking around his face. They're just, he's just happy. This is adorable, and this is cute, and he's making the kid happy. He thinks might be happy.
Heck yeah. And Snuggy just doing a happy little bounce as they finish the sandwich, and then again they just look so ecstatic. They look so delighted. They probably just a very happy baby, a very happy 11-year-old. And
I hold them very soft,
as you should. And then after a moment, they look back at you, and they think, and I'm gonna roll, I guess a wisdom? Yeah, wisdom. 8.
Aww.
You know what? Since you've been so nice, I'm gonna roll it at advantage.
Do it. No!
Oh, crumbs. Well, too bad, we're doing it anyway.
Peck the dice, this is an FPS! Dice Master has it out for us.
Snuggy thinks a minute, and they look they kind of fiddle with their hands a bit, and they look kind of sheepish.
Tessa kind of tells us that it's like, do you need something? I don't know. I can try and help.
They think again, and they kind of rub at the back of their neck. And they sign and have hug.
I think that takes Tess a while to, not a while, but it takes him a good minute to, like, fit together, and he tilts his head to the side, and he looks, and then I think he like, he kind of puts it together and he's like, I mean, if you want one, yes, I don't mind. I don't think anyone's ever asked me for the hug before, but, if you want one,
Snuggy reaches over and wraps their big noodly arms around you.
Aww.
A big ol' hug. A big ol'
Tess
squeeze.
gives him a big ol', like, I think Tess is extremely tentative at first, but then because Snuggy is, like, excited about it, he is also going to just kind of, he just starts laughing, and he hugs him back, and it's a very good hug. He can't really, I don't know if he can really, like, pick them up, because he's not as tall as they are, but also, it's just a good hug. It's just a really
Actually,
good
for
hug.
flavor, should I roll a strength for this? I'm gonna roll a strength for this.
Yeah, do it. When in doubt,
Roll a strength for this. It's a +3.
Do it. 21.
21.
Oh,
they
snap.
pick you up.
Oh, snap. This is not something Tess has ever encountered. This is cool. This child is extremely strong.
A very strong child. You up, and they are hugging you, and they're doing a little nuzzle, and they are just...
Oh.
This is the happiest baby you have ever seen in your life.
Tess is just over here, like, they're asking me for a hug? Me who has a face full of teeth.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, we're going with this, and we are accepting it, because I'm not quitting playing. Because it's nice. He may or may not actually need it himself, but don't worry about nothing. Nope, not thinking about that.
Oh, Tess.
And he just kind of, he's just kind of chuckling to himself and hugs Snuggy back, like, all right, you're very strong. I don't think I've ever met anyone who could pick me up before, because I'm very tall too.
You're
That's
beaming.
cool.
You're beaming. I think we should both roll insight now.
Yes. I
Something.
mean, when in doubt, just roll insight. This is Toontown after all. We roll insight here, folks. That's a 3. No,
3.
Tess is off guard because Snuggy picked
9.
them up. He picked them up. Tess has not had anyone pick them up before. This is cool, but also, what? Their brain's trying to catch up with what actually is happening.
This is a strong baby. This is a strong child. Strong 10-foot tall child.
I mean, anyone who's 10 feet tall has got to be at least a little bit strong. Come on.
Okay. Also, Snuggy's very, very soft. Very plush.
Fluffy.
Very good hug.
Oh, this is delightful for Tess. Tess is excited.
Yes, good. And they, after like a minute, they set you back down. And they sign thank you. And they just look so happy.
You're quite welcome. I mean, if you want more, I don't mind. I mean, with a 9, you probably, Snuggy probably picks up that Tess is nervous, but mostly because they're used to being the unnerving one, and Snuggy has to hug them, and he has to look at them. What? Cool, but also, what?
Oh. As Snuggy processes this, I'm actually gonna roll deception.
Oh no! Bye, please roll. Please roll. Do not take me saying no as a do not do it. I'd say do it.
Doing a think. That's a 9.
Aww.
So you can tell they're thinking about something, and they look not sad, but just very thoughtful. Very thoughtful. And they kind of rub at their arm. I think this is a good time to point out all the bandages wrapped around their head.
Yeah, they picked Tess up. Tess kind of got, at least he noticed them at that point.
Yeah.
I think he was extremely hung up on very tall child before this. When I was not when they picked him up, I was like, that's a thing. I think. Yeah,
Oh, that's about.
that sure is something. Tess probably. I think Tess tilts her head aside and is just like, I, if you ever want another hug, I don't mind. I don't know what you're thinking about, but, I don't mind. I think it's probably assuming that they're thinking about the hug for some reason.
Oh, Tess.
He might reach out and pat their arm again.
Oh. They give you another hug.
Delightful.
They don't pick you up this time.
Delightful.
They just squeeze you. Oh.
I hold them so soft.
I hold both of them so soft.
These are just friends, Your Honor. They're friends now.
They're friends. Tess gave Snuggy food.
And Snuggy gave Tess a hug. What? Madness. Madness. Madness, I say. But,
and when they pull back, this time they sign a couple sentences. They sign, "You kind, you big and spike. Good."
I think Tess is probably trying to, like, keep track of what signs or what sentences, and then what sentences have, like, which words are what meanings, and it takes them probably a longer moment than before. Because he's just sitting here. He's trying to understand sign language, and he's not doing a great job of it, but he's okay. And because, like, he's got a little bit of knowledge about sign language, but it's an extremely limited vocabulary and not useful here. He's just, I think when he gets the big and spiky bit. He doesn't get the kind bit, but also, like, he's literally never, like, he's literally, like, he's having a moment. He kind of just, like, not looking away, but kind of just, like looking into space a little bit, just thinking. And he's like, I don't know. I don't know if... Well, I can't say I've, again, really heard that... I mean, I am very big and spiky. Yes, that is a fact. I don't know if I've... Kid, you're very nice too.
Oh.
He's trying not to worry the kid with the fact that he's inwardly thinking, who does this kid know that I am the very kind one? Because I'm a stranger, and I'm very weird looking. But also, if they think this, I'm gonna take it, because that's very nice. And he kind of just he just kind of pats their arm again. He's like, you're very nice too. And we're friends now. You hear that?
Oh! You get picked up, and this time you get a full spin around.
There's kind of a squeak from Des. Not like a squeaky toy squeak, but a very, like, ah! But also...
Roll a con to see if you get dizzy.
Delightful. I will happily do that. What is his con? Con
you
save
are getting
plus
a
2.
big ol' spin.
Cool. It's a 6. It's a little bit dizzy.
When they set you back down.
It's out of the blue. He kind of...
Oh.
Like, he kind of wobbles for a second, and then kind of, like, sets a hand on the wall. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But he's probably laughing because that caught him off guard. And he's never experienced that before. Like, nobody's picked him up ever. That's happened today twice. And he's never been picked up in a big spin-around hug before, because, again, he's 7 feet tall. People can't do that, usually. But Snuggy can.
Snuggy can!
And has.
Snuggy has the power. And the will.
Delightful.
They're doing a bounce on their feet, and they are just sparkling. Like, there's the Toon sparkles all around their face.
Aww.
This is the happiest peckin' child in the world. I
Oh,
cannot stress that enough.
Tess is just having a moment because this child's happy, and he's happy that they're happy
Yes!
because you made them happy. Cool.
Heck yeah,
That's
I did!
cute. That's cute. I'm dying.
Heck
I, the player, am dying. This is fine.
yeah! I am also dying. Ah, ah, oh. And mm, they're just beaming. And I don't think they know what else to do because you've complimented them.
Aw, they're a baby. They're a baby, Your Honor. Tess would die for this child.
Aww.
This is a child
Good.
who likes them and is very sweet. Tess does not know how to process this, but this is adorable.
Tess is very sweet.
Ah,
Tess is very sweet, and Snuggy will say as much.
ah.
I sign you kind. I sign again. You
Tess
kind.
is just like Tess. Tess is. Hey, do you want to roll? Actually, do you want to roll insight for that? Because I could just say it, but it'll be funny if Snuggy realized it. I'm curious.
Okay. Almost forgot the D.
That's a 7. Well,
Uh,
I mean, you get as much. Tess is extremely caught off guard every single time that Snuggy signs that, but he's not complaining. He's just very much like he's just kind of startled laughter a little bit. But I don't think Tess has laughed this much in a long while. I'll give you that for free. Like,
Tess!
you get the idea that Tess is like also having a delightful time.
Oh. I guess you roll an insight on Snuggy then.
The Insight's the D&D game. Let's go. That's
Yeah.
4. Tess,
Oh.
you're having a moment.
Roll it again.
Happily. That's a 12. It's a little bit better.
Cool. Well, I want to give this to you because you gave me thing, even though I rolled bad. You can also tell this is not only a Snuggy having the time of their little life, this is the first time they have interacted with a person in a while. They have not had a lot of people.
I think Tess might have picked up on that, mainly because Tess doesn't really assume. Like, Tess kind of at first was like, you're talking to me. There's lots of better people out there to talk to, kid, but you're talking to me. Cool, okay. That's probably how Tess picks up on this. Like, Tess is like super excited about this because of that. Like, oh, they chose me to talk to.
Yeah! Yeah, they did! Because Tess is awesome!
Tess is just having a moment. But also, this is so cute. I'm gonna die.
I'm realizing that the original intent of this FPS was for Tess to realize that Snuggy knew their way around without meeting people, and that Tess needed to know the way around.
Yeah. Well, I think, oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Had to let dog out of room because they were about to bark. My roommate got home. But I'm back now. I think, well, it's getting close to, like, the time we should probably wrap this up. So we could, like, wrap this up with, like, we could probably say, like, Tess probably is, like, well, I did promise my friend I'd be, back by nightfall, but I can probably come back tomorrow if you want. If I can find my way here. I don't know my way around the city very well at all.
Oh, it's okay. They're starry eyes, and they're just nodding. Like, yes. They signed good friend. They signed good friend.
Tess is just over here. He doesn't have eyes, but if he did, he's just sitting here. He's just like, what? Me?
Yes.
I think,
Tess is a
yeah.
good friend.
Tess is just like over here, a little bit like starstruck by this kid who's just decided that they're the coolest thing ever, and he doesn't know how to process this at all.
Heck yeah, he is.
This is a very
He's
tall
a
child,
big-
and he loves them already. Like, oh no.
It's a big glowy lizard who's kind and gave them food.
Oh, baby.
Uh,
But I think that's my. I mean, at this point, the sun might be starting to near the horizon a little bit, and Tess still has to go all the way back to the farm. So I think,
oh,
yeah, I think.
oh, the
Tess
sun is nearing the horizon.
getting a little bit closer to that, probably. Yeah, I think it's
Oh,
probably getting.
rolling insight on Snuggy.
It's not sunset yet, but it's getting close to that. That's a 5. Tess,
Oh,
come on.
Oh, you don't understand why, but Snuggy suddenly looks rather nervous for some reason.
I think
Can't imagine why.
Tess like turns and like he was looking at like the sun's like not looking at the sun, but like looking at how close. Yes,
don't have
the lizard with no
eyes.
eyes is staring directly at the sun. No, I think he was going to see like how far down like how close nightfall it was, but yeah, I think he'll probably turn back and glance back at Snuggy and go, Are you good?
They kind of startle and they nod a little shakily.
Tess might
And they're
pat their arm very gently again.
yeah, they're fiddling with their
Tess
hands.
has no idea why. Tess has no idea why.
Nope.
No.
Can't imagine. Can't imagine what could possibly be the problem.
Nope. Nothing's a problem at all. I think Tess will probably. He did promise he'd be back by night, and it's getting darker. And he's like, "Are you gonna be okay if I go back to where I'm staying? 'Cause I did promise him I'd be back by night. But if you want me to stay here, I could maybe."
They shake their head. They shake their head a little quickly, and they're like, home, and they sign home.
Okay, for both of us then, I suppose.
They nod.
He'll
And
pat
they
their
s-
arm again and be like, "All right, I might if I can. I guess I can. I can ask my friend if she can give me some food for. I can bring it back tomorrow, maybe, if you want."
They smile and do a happy clap.
Ah, this is good. Tess has made the child happy again.
Heck yeah!
But yeah, I think Tess is probably gonna. At maybe like a little bit after this, like I don't know if you want to do anything else between then and when Tess leaves, but at some point Tess is gonna have to venture back out into the actual Toontown to actually get out of the city again.
Yeah.
Hey, he didn't get entirely lost this time. He just got sidetracked. It's fine. It's fine.
Good. Just got a little sidetrack with a friend.
Yeah, he's met a new friend. He has no idea how to find them again. He'll just wander in here and look around for them. It's fine.
They live in Toontown. They'll probably
How many
find
people
them.
could there possibly be in Toontown? He'll find them eventually. He might just have to dedicate an entire day to wandering around this area and hoping he runs into. It's fine. Nope, no issues whatsoever.
They'll be fine. It'll actually be fine because we need them to meet again because it's soft.
Yes, so soft.
So Tess goes home, huh?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, he probably like talks a little more, but then he's gonna eventually have to venture back out into the busy streets at some point. Get out of the abandoned area and into busy streets, and get out of the busy streets back onto the actual like country roads.
Yeah.
Cue me having country roads stuck in my head now.
Oh. Ah, dang it! Now I've got it too. Back.
No.
Ah,
The
crumbs.
brainworm.
Ah!
No.
Oh. When Tess goes home, there is a big purple noodle giving a big wave.
Tess will turn back around and wave back at them with one hand, and then he's got like once he gets out of sight, he's gonna probably like run for a little bit, kind of go fast, because he did kind of use up the entire afternoon / early evening talking to his new friend, but it was worth it. It was so worth it.
Yeah. It's awesome. It was soft.
Soft. Delightful.
Speaking of delightful, and also my name right now, the nickname right now.
I'm sure that's no bearing on the situation whatsoever. Don't worry about it.
I wasn't going to do this, but now that it seems that the others are doing their FPS in the silver screen channel, I'm going to do this.
I wasn't sure if they were going to be here too, so yeah, to be able to die. Do it.
I'm very nervous about reading this because I don't normally write as I intend to read out directly.
You good?
But
You good.
So after Tess leaves and Snuggy's waved happy goodbye, Snuggy bounces off with a spring in their step. Their arms are swaying, they're smiling, they're so happy. They made a friend. They made a friend. And they're just a delighted little child. And as they tuck back away, back into one of those many dark alleys, they slow to a stop as they remember themselves, as they remember what they are. They lean against the wall and they slump to the ground, wrapping their arms around their legs and tucking their long, lanky limbs together. They got carried away. They should have remembered, but it felt so good. It felt so good to talk to someone nice, but no, they can't. It's not safe. But this friend is big and spiky, and he looks so brave, so it's not. It's not safe. No one is safe. They pull their head into their knees as their thoughts start to race. Their breathing grows deep and heavy, and it's getting hard to think. It hurts. It hurts. They don't want to think this way. They don't want to think this way. They just want to think about good times, but they can't, and they can't stop thinking and thinking. And after a few minutes, who knows how long, they start to breathe slowly. They carefully lift their head up and wipe the now damp fur on their face. They sit there a moment longer and then pull themselves up, casting a glance back to where they came. And they think. Next time, they'll remember. They'll remember. But they still made a friend. That's just all the more reason to keep them safe.
I hold them so soft, oh no. I've got the emotions.
The end.
Yeah.
The end. That's
I
the
hold
end.
them soft. I am going to scream. This is fine.
That's all, folks.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to probably stop the recording in a minute. So thank you all for listening, both now and in the future, and however, and hope you all have a good time zone.
Bye. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry
Goodbye.
about it. This is fine. Bye.
Everything's fine.